rainy morning, and I'm gonna have a little breakfast. Tell you about some dreams I had, or a dream I had. 911 ambulance girl and I have been talking back and forth a little bit about our dreams in general, and just so happens I had a weird dream the other night over my breakfast. But I had a dream I was on my way to go see Kevin, Noodles the cat, and I was trying to get directions to where he was, and of course he doesn't live where I live, but in my dream I was driving around where I was living, and where I am there's a lot of hills. And the dream starts out, I'm driving in this car, and one of the turns is goes up this hill that's like really steep, and it felt like the car was either gonna like flip backwards or roll over. So I'm like, hey Kevin, are you sure this is the right way? This is kind of a steep hill. And he's like, no, keep going. So I'm going, and I get over the hill, and I'm like in a downtown area, but then I'm walking now instead of in my car, and it's kind of scary, right? So then I go, and he said, meet me at this pizza place. So there's like a ton of pizza places. So I'm walking, and I said, well, what's the place called? And he said something, but I don't remember what it was in my dreams. But so I go to this pizza place. It's just like a little storefront, basically. And I go in there, and I don't see Kevin. So I call him on the phone, and he said, hey, am I at the right place? And he says, no, you gotta go down a little bit further. So I go down a little bit further, but now I'm not trying to find Kevin anymore. I'm trying to find this house. So I find this house, and I just walk in, and there's like a party in this house, and not like a hopping teenager or 20-something party. It was like a party for an older person, like for like a 60 or 70-year-old grandmother. A little light music in the background, and little food, little punch, and I'm having this conversation with this older lady, and I have no clue who she is. So I was like, well, I gotta go find my friend Kevin. So I leave this house, and I go and I get my GPS. Of course, why didn't I have my GPS from the start, right? So I could pull out my GPS, and I go to my vehicle, and of course now I'm trying to find a zoo, and my vehicle's not my car anymore, it's a fence. I get on this fence, and I'm riding this fence like a motorcycle. So I'm riding around town, throwing sparks all over the place on this fence, and I get to this bridge, and I'm trying to make a left turn, but I can't make a left turn because it's a right turn only. And that's when I woke up. So if any of you guys know what that means, let me know, because it was pretty bizarre. Although driving the fence was pretty cool, though. It's like being on a motorcycle. The other thing I want to talk about is stuff that you hear on the news. I'm not talking about like the big headliner national news stuff, but just everyday stuff. I was watching the local news, and report. I mean, they're trying to make it's a tragic story, really. It really is. There was a bank robber. There's a Good Samaritan. Try to catch the bank robber. Bank robber shoots and kills him. That's the story. I mean, really, really sad. My heart goes out to the family. Well, when they report on it, they don't just report the facts. They've got to, like, interject some kind of drama to it. Like, a guy getting shot and killed is not dramatic enough. But the whole time, the reporter's like, oh, this family's trying to make sense out of this senseless violence, and this, you know, this is, you know, they're, oh, the other thing is they're getting together. There's another family where their son got beat. I think the guy's name was like McInerney or something like that. By beat or shot, or anyway, he was killed by these 3 other people. And they did catch those guys. And they called it the get together to end street violence. And that kind of sparked something else in me. Some questions or just, I don't know, irritations, I guess. But they're like, yeah, we need to get together to stop street violence, you know. And there was an event that a local place was hosting to stop gun violence, you know. And I'm thinking, okay, let's take the logic to stop gun violence and match it up with to stop street violence. So to stop gun violence, you got to take all guns away. So I guess to stop street violence, you got to take all the streets away. Anyway, back to the drama. But yeah, the reporter kept saying, oh, you know, the family's trying to make sense out of all this, and why did it happen? It's such a senseless act, and blah blah blah. It's like, it made perfect sense. The dude was robbing a bank. You know, a criminal was robbing a bank. Good Samaritan tries to stop him. Bank robber didn't want to get caught, so he shot the Good Samaritan. What's, you know, it makes perfect sense. I don't know. It was just to me a feeble. I haven't drank yet. It's just almost 8 in the morning. It was a feeble attempt to put drama in something that's already dramatic and sad, but it's just the stupid things you hear on the news. Anyway, that's my rant. Thanks for having breakfast with me, and be safe out there, guys. That's good stuff.